Come on! Fuck you!
Lord, please, go help me, Jesus.
Oh, God!
Oh, for the love of God, I've ever wanted these two things in my life. Oh, I just wanted to see Chuck Norris and Lacey Chamber in a Hallmark Christmas movie and beef.
Many hours later.
My mother-in-law's basement beef Wellington. And a 1, and a 2. Hey, welcome to Rage Ranting once again. I'm back. You know the name. Smitey O'Brien, you cocksucker.
Don't forget it!
And you got
Chris.
Jacob. Jacob is feeling a little under the weather, don't you know? Well, we are going to be reviewing Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
2. The second movie.
Yes. So, let me start by saying what the premise of this wonderful film is.
The premise.
If there is a premise. The premise is basically leaves off where the first one started.
Pretty much right after.
Yeah, Predator dying on the ship, Xenomorph coming out of his chest. That ship crash, it lands on Earth, and another Predator. I found out the Predator's name is Wolf. What'd you guys think about it?
It was hot ass.
Hot
Essentially.
ass?
Hot ass.
Hot
Yeah.
ass. Is there such thing as cold ass?
The first one was cold ass. This one was hot ass.
You know who has a cold ass?
Who?
Who has a cold ass?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Chuck Norris has
No.
a cold ass.
That's fair.
Yes. Yeah, how would you think of the movie, Jake?
Only this movie could take a concept as cool as a Pred Alien and make it the most uninteresting, boring plot of a movie
They
ever.
butchered it. Like the only thing different we saw the Pred Alien do differently than a Xenomorph. Well, first of all, it has mandibles, obviously, but that's just like a visual thing. The only thing it did differently was it was able to impregnate the people in the hospital. Xenomorphs can't do that. Somehow the Pred Alien was able to impregnate the pregnant women, and like a bunch of little Xenomorphs popped out like out of their fat stomach. I don't know why.
I was watching some on that, the inconsistencies with the Xenomorphs. Let's start one thing first. Let's talk about the good thing. Anything good first about this movie?
The acting, well, I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm just comparing it to the first movie, which was a hot, steaming pile of ass.
Yeah.
The acting
Not a
was
cold piece of ass, a hot steaming pile of ass.
yeah. The acting was like miles better than the first one. I'm not saying the acting was good,
Yeah.
but compared to the first one, the acting was a saving grace to this movie. They actually act like humans. You remember the first movie? They
Yeah.
weren't scared of shit. They were acting like it was a regular
Oh,
day at
God.
work. Just like fighting aliens in an ancient monument that they've never seen before. This one, you actually got a sense. They're like, oh shit, I'm actually scared. I'm like crying, screaming, all that stuff. So they definitely got that down.
Is there anything you liked about this film?
The plot of the movie itself is pretty cool. They just fumbled it. They didn't do it correctly. The writing is bad.
Yeah.
So like the
Right,
plot
really
itself,
bad.
the setting, the actual Predator Wolf is pretty cool at times. He
He's
can
badass
be.
sometimes, yeah.
I just feel like they fumbled like everything that they needed to get right to make this movie
Pretty much.
watchable.
I will say, there are some aspects to this movie I like. The fact that it was darker, that you couldn't see everything, the shadows, the lighting,
Yeah, they
the
definitely.
scenes they were doing. I love that.
That was like, I think that was one of the biggest.
I
Like,
love the way it
double-
was filmed.
It was definitely a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
Because yes, the first
You're
one,
right.
the first one suffered from it being too bright, so we could see everything. Everything the Predator did, I was just like, that's just a dude in a suit. I could see every nook and cranny, every movement. It just it didn't look good enough.
This one looked great like that.
This one- yeah,
because it hid things.
This
it
one
used
looked-
shadows
yeah.
to its effectiveness.
The lighting was better in this one. Like, the first one, it was just way too bright. Like I said, you could see everything.
Yeah.
This one, it was too dark. It was way too dark. The fight scenes and any action that was going on was almost incomprehensible if you're in a room that is above ground level and you have an ounce of light in the room shining on your screen. Like, I could not see shit.
not again.
But I could not see shit in this movie whatsoever, and I think that was one of the biggest cons of this film.
There's the double-edged sword. Like, I love the lighting and everything and how it was dark, but during the fight scenes and the way it was edited during the fight scenes, you couldn't tell what the hell was going on.
You literally couldn't tell. But yeah, like, the atmosphere was there. I like the vibes that they're going for. How this one was more of like a gory, like, old-time slasher movie.
That's another thing. This movie was, you know that? This movie was actually rated R. I'm assuming the last one was rated PG. This one had gore.
The last one was PG-13.
This film, another thing I liked about this film, it was more of a horror movie approach than an actual straight-up action movie.
They didn't really go all in on that, but you could tell they were kind of fooling around with it. Yeah, for sure.
Those are the main two things I liked about this movie. Anything else you liked about it? No?
Oh, really?
No, I didn't like any of the characters, because Smitty O'Brien likes to come out during the negativity, don't you know, you lad, you bastard. I love to hate the cop. He looked like he was on the verge of crying the entire time. There was absolutely no exposition of why they're all connected. It doesn't go into any of their backstories.
All the relationships didn't really parallel, like, any bigger plot going on in the story. It was just kind of like showing a bunch of, like, oh yeah, this is kind of happening with these guys. These are kind of like everybody from different parts of
it didn't explain anything. Like this stuff was supposed to make you care about them, but it didn't like explain anything. So why the hell are they there?
Yeah, the movie was only like an hour and a half, and like an hour of the movie was just like characters doing shit that we don't care about, and it doesn't contribute to the story whatsoever.
I'm not here to watch the OC or fucking Dawson's Creek. I'm like, for your youngsters, that's one of like a melodrama, teen drama back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Anything else you didn't like about the movie besides the whole thing?
I would say with the character storylines, this movie feels way too bloated with all of that.
Oh yeah,
it's trying to tell so many different stories crammed into one thing. Then it's like they forgot that they had to also fit that in with the Predator plot. So what you have is two different plots that don't fit in the same movie that they can't tell in such a short amount of time.
There's so much shit.
By the way, some of those scenes were like some of the most common tropes in movies, like the parents going to check on their kid. Oh, honey, there's no monsters, and the fucking monster the xenomorph bust through the window. If you haven't seen the movie, you should already saw it. Watch the movie.
That's my problem with the horror trope that they try to go for, is that they weren't even like, they were going for such low hanging fruit with that. It's not like they were trying to like go for like a unique horror experience either, which I don't know why they would lean into that. If the first one was already like a solidified action movie,
yeah, I
don't know why they would try to lean into horror but then have the most boring generic horror elements.
It felt like this should have been a Friday the 13th movie. No?
Yeah, basically.
Like a
little bit worse.
Yeah, but
for sure.
Yeah, the tropes of horror, the parents checking on the kid. Who talks to their kid in real life like that? I'm like, oh, don't worry, honey. I'm like, me personally, when you guys used to, I'm like, shut up and go to sleep now. Other thing I did like about the movie though was the setting. How it was in a small town where
like everyone urban setting. Yeah.
I like that. I'm like, couple of the hobos, they look like the friendliest hobos you'd ever want to hang out with.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I appreciate the setting of this movie a little bit more than the.
By the way, you cocksucker Chuck Norris. Are you a friendly hobo? I thought the movie was okay. Then it started getting going when all the action started getting going. This movie just completely fell apart.
The first 10 minutes where the Predator crashes, and then
it was fine.
The kid and the dad get. That's one thing I appreciate.
I love that.
The one thing I appreciate is they killed off a kid and they actually.
This movie had some balls killing off a kid.
I'll give them a little. I'll give them a few brownie points for actually doing that. But other than that, this movie almost had little to no redeeming qualities.
There were other parts of the movie, like the soldier woman, taking her kid and running. We got to keep running. Why not go to a neighbor next to a neighbor's house or the police station? You're running through a graveyard. We got to keep running
because they were trying to gravitate all the main characters together so hard. We're kind of like,
and then you run into some strange random person in a graveyard that he doesn't show up for the rest of the movie. It was just so messy the way they did everything. It's like they made it nice, there, and then as soon as everything things started happening, the movie just completely falls apart. You want to add to that?
I really fucking hate this movie.
Chuck Norris, you little knob sucker. Do you like this movie, you prick? But both movies had totally different aspects of both their movie, which were great, which I thought were great. If they had combined all that stuff, good stuff in between both of them, and meshed them into one movie, we'd have a pretty good movie.
Be just okay. The first
Yeah.
one I didn't love, but I was like, okay, I can watch, I can sit through this. The second one, it's such a pain to sit through. I feel like they took all of the criticism for the first ones
And went completely in the opposite
went
direction.
polar opposite, but so far in the opposite direction where it ruins it
Exactly.
even more.
Especially with the lighting. It was too bright in the first movie. They made it
Now
extremely
you can't see
dark.
anything.
Like I said, though, if you combine like the lighting and the way they filmed this movie and the lighting in the first one, kept that setting, the military and everything going on a mission, instead of putting these nonsensical suburban people, like add the blood and gore into the first one, you would have made a passable movie. I mean, it wouldn't have been the best, but you would have made a passable fucking movie.
I think Fox did us a favor by not making a third movie. I think they saved us all a couple of hours by not doing that.
With a couple hours and a couple, like one of these. You ever see Married with Children?
Oh God, what a charade! Oh God!
And don't forget, lads, don't forget to check the subscriber button at the top, because I bought it and watched it once and thought it was horrible then, and I probably gave it a passable score. I gave it I might have given it like, it was so forgettable. I might have given it like a 6 before, probably a 5 now.
6 before, 5 now for this one? Gotcha.
What would you rate this wonderful film?
Like 4 or 5.
What would you rate? I know you love this movie.
Solid one.
So 1. Right down the drain.
This movie nearly took me out of this entire franchise forever. I remember I was so like deep into the Predator lore, and then I watched this movie, and the first one I was like, oh okay, it's fine. But this one like it like ruined the entire franchise for me for some reason.
One thing I was looking forward to in this film is the big confrontation between the Predator wolf and the
Pred Alien.
The Pred Alien. That they could have did such a good fucking job with that fight,
hard.
but the editing and the lighting in that it was a very disappointing fight.
And then most of that scene was just like the humans trying to get on the helicopter. God. So we didn't see any of it.
Alright, that's our review. And this is I forgot the name of our channel.
Rage Ranting.
Rage Ranting. Comic book movie reviews.
That's what we do.